everyone, this is ShyGamerMaile, and welcome to part 11 of my playthrough of Trauma Center Second Opinion. Last time we did a operation on Kenneth Blackwell, Angie's father, and we saved him from the final type of guilt called Saboto. So that was a while ago. Just a short recap. So usually, if this were the DS version of the game, this is where the plot would end. That was the end of Under the Knife's story. But since this is Second Opinion, we have another doctor to play as named Nozomi Weaver. And she started all the way over here. I just wanted to get the full length of Derek's story before we started hers. So, from overseas. Yes. Santa Balboa. Z1 from overseas. St. Francis Hospital conference room. The patient, Alan Chambers, is suffering a comminuted fracture in his right forearm. He was rushed over here as soon as the injury occurred, thanks to a nurse who witnessed it. Judging by the x-ray, this one could give us some trouble. But I'm sure Dr. Weaver will be able to fix him up as soon as possible. Good as new. Wow, I'm seeing things where they aren't there. That just came out of my mouth. I'm sorry, guys. I appreciate the confidence, but you know, this is no big deal. I haven't let a patient down yet, have I? This is our second doctor, Nozomi Weaver. She is the second protagonist in Second Opinion. Nozomi Weaver, age 29, a Japanese surgeon who came to America on an exchange program. Since transferring from her original hospital in Okinawa, she's gained quite a reputation. Alan Chambers. Isn't he a famous screenwriter? Think it's the same guy? It would certainly explain the media circus gathering outside. Hey, maybe they'll want to interview us. Or Dr. Weaver anyway. She's probably the most photogenic doctor here. I definitely don't need that kind of attention. If they're looking for a press conference, the head surgeon is welcome to take my place. You're too modest, Dr. Weaver. She's really put our hospital on the map, though. We have patients coming from all over. I'd say that exchange program was the best thing to happen to St. Francis. I'm surprised your hospital was willing to let you go, Doctor. You're giving me too much credit. I haven't even been here for a full year. So St. Francis is the hospital that Angie came from originally, I think. We're getting a little sidetracked, I think. Let's proceed with the operation. Good luck, Dr. Weaver. Now I just need to avoid unnecessary media attention. I still can't believe they want me operating out in the open like this. Didn't they learn their lesson in Okinawa? Alan Chambers. Comminuted fracture in patient's radius bone. There seems to be internal hemorrhaging. Treat bleeding, then rebuild the broken bone. Let's see. Time of dictation, 3:48 p.m. So Weaver's story or operations are different in that she has no assistant like Derek does, so she gives herself the briefings and commentates during the operations. The patient's name is Alan Chambers. He has a serious fracture in his right arm. As for the x-ray results, fragments of the bone seem to be scattered, and I see hemorrhaging. That said, I will be approaching this operation with 3 objectives. Collect fragments of his radius and ulna, set the radius properly for healing, return the fragments to the original location, and rebuild the patient's radius and ulna. I anticipate a smooth procedure. It's time to get started. Okay. I think this should be pretty easy. Oh no, this is the one with the rotating bone fragments. So let's boost this guy up a little bit before we start. Put some gel on and then open him up. Okay. Should be pretty easily. Let's get used to the controls again first. Let's get all these bone fractures out, or bone pieces out of the way.
Wait a minute.
Let's... This is the part I hate. Why? This is ridiculous. This is the part I hate sometimes. I wish it'd kind of just click back into place. But... okay. Let's... this goes here. I think this guy goes here.
Oh, that's not right!
The fail. There we go. I hate these ones where you have to twist your wrist to do it. Ugh. Okay. Or is it supposed to be... no. It's supposed to be this way, I think. Or... that up.
Good.
Can go now. Okay, there we go. I hate those wrist twisting puzzles because I inevitably hurt my wrist trying to do it. Bandage. I probably got a C on that. That was a horrible operation. Sorry, guys. And C. Yep. I can do so much better than that. St. Francis Hospital conference room. Another amazing operation, Dr. Weaver. I think we all learned a thing or two, chuckle, about how not to drop bone pieces in someone. Well then, if you'll excuse me. See you tomorrow. Interesting. I always thought American doctors were more concerned about golf than their patients, but everyone here is so kind. They accepted me as one of their own immediately, only because they don't know the truth. A phone call? Oh, it's them. This is Weaver. A procedure on Sunday? It's kind of sudden, don't you think? Not that I can refuse or anything. Yeah, I'll be there. Okay, so we have operation number 2, Miracle. I have V-Motion Plus on this, so I'm just gonna slip it out of that. It's a little bulky. Okay. That back in. Miracle. I'm gonna go back and replay that first operation while I'm not on camera. Let's move from St. Francis to Z2, Miracle. Old Brook Street Hospital, OR. This one has a tumor on his large intestine, so we need you to remove it. I should warn you that this particular tumor is very delicate. Be careful when you take it out. He contracted it during an early research stage, so I'm afraid it's rather advanced now. They don't think he has much chance of survival. Of course, it would be better not to lose him. This is why they wanted you to try. I'd ask what all this research was for, but I don't know. I wouldn't get a real answer. 4 cases in the past month. Is it just me, or are you guys having some trouble lately? These people aren't afraid to die. There's no need to waste your sympathy on the choices they made. Don't worry about me. Sympathy isn't an emotion I feel much anymore. The patients exist so that I can save them. It's as simple as that. Think you'll need to use the healing touch on this case? Would you have even called me if it wasn't that serious? Without patients like this, I'd never be able to practice my true medical talents. Let's get this over with. Bring him in. Guilt victim. Extraction of an unusual tumor present in the large intestine. Patient's vitals may fluctuate abnormally. The anesthesia is proceeding well, so I should be able to start on schedule. Looks like I only have one objective: extract any tumors in the patient's large intestine. Simple enough, though this can't be a normal tumor if they needed me to get involved. I don't know what they've got inside him, so I need to keep an eye on those vitals. Of course, if anything goes wrong, I still have that to fall back on. Alright, I'm ready. So, Weaver's healing touch is very different from Derek's, and you'll see that during this operation, I think. Can't remember, it's been a while. Let's boost up his vitals a little bit, get some antibiotic gel on there, and open him up. First, let's get this out of the way.
Good. That's 2.
Let's focus on getting this tumor out first. Got it. Zap these guys up. We're good.
What the?
Guys out.
Okay. Come on.
Okay, here's her healing touch. Time flows normally still for her. You can see every time I do something.
Get those vitals up.
To get rid of some of these tumors. Every time I complete an action successfully, vitals get boosted, and that's how Nozomi's healing touch works. Let's get these two guys out of the way. I hope I don't have to remove them at the same time. Get this guy out of the way. Yeah, I have to remove them all at the same time. That's what I thought. I forgot though. Get this removed. Here. We'll get these two guys out of the way first. And we'll do these two guys. Don't know if you guys noticed, but Nozomi's operations are a little harder than Derek's. Nope. Oh man, fail. I just need to remember that this time. Okay. I'm kind of going blind here because it's, again, I haven't played Second Opinion as much as I've played Under the Knife, so Derek's operations are a little more familiar.
I'm ready.
Need the vitals all the way up though. When in doubt, always start the operation with vitals at 99%. Let's keep this up. Drain.
Next.
1, 2.
That's 2.
3.
Next.
This guy out. Here, here, here. Let's get some metagel in before we,
What the?
Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Let's get this guy up all the way. Some more. Get these guys out. This one, boost, fry up.
Okay. Come on.
Go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Get rid of some of these tumors. Won't respawn for a while. Let's go drain. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Get those vitals up. Done.
Let's do a little bit of a boost before we clean the rest of this up. 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Drain. Okay. We're good. Clean this up. And
Done.
see how we did. B's not bad. I'll take it. Amazing as always. You can expect another glowing report. It's a shame someone with your skills can't practice them out in the open. Medical society just isn't ready for someone who can manipulate energy the way you do. They have Derek, though. Then again, how many people could there possibly be with special powers like that? You don't usually talk this much afterward. Pardon me, I didn't mean anything by it. Oh, it's fine. I'm just used to you being all business. That's what I meant. Let me know when you've transferred the payment to my account. Double checking, huh? You're pragmatic as always. A girl has to make a living, doesn't she? Money is about the only thing that ability of mine is worth these days, depressing as it is. I understand. You'll be contacted as soon as the transaction is complete, but don't forget, we're the ones who transferred you to an American hospital when you lost your license. Without us, you wouldn't have a new name, and you wouldn't have a new life. Dr. Kimishima. Trust me, nobody understands my position better than I do. You fixed my broken wings, and I'm willing to repay that favor, no matter what it costs. I know who my friends are. Glad to hear it. Well then, come with me. I'll be escorting you home, as always. So, Dr. Kimishima, or Nozomi Weaver, who's actually Dr. Kimishima, has been doing something shady for an underground organization. And I think based on that last patient, you can kind of guess who it is. But I'm not going to say anything out loud. So let's play 3 Pursuit. Yes. Going back to Mountain Pass. Pursuit. Mountain Pass. He's still following us. I thought we'd be able to lose him on this mountain road. He did come all the way from Japan. Would you want to leave empty-handed? Damn reporters will do anything for a scoop. He probably wants to build his career on the remains of the Devil Doctor. It isn't often the Japanese medical board expels a doctor for having magical powers. Or maybe he just wants to get under that lab coat of yours and start some rumors of his own. You're disgusting. What makes you think it's me he's after, anyway? Maybe he stumbled on your organization. They have a presence in Japan, don't they? Considering all your activity lately. If anybody found out about us, I'd know. If it's alright with you, I believe this situation calls for a little more speed. Are we sure he's a reporter? He could be working for the government. The FBI wouldn't be so obvious. It's clear he has no idea what he's doing. I've had training, but he's going to get himself killed if he keeps driving like that. Look out! There's a curve ahead. I know that. Darn it. That idiot ran straight into the wall. Go back. You don't think you're gonna save him, do you? It's his own fault this happened. Besides, pulling him out of that wreck would be a pain in the butt. And how do you think his newspaper will treat the story if he dies? I'm already in enough trouble as it is. Doctors, this would be a lot easier if you didn't have a conscience. We're getting the heck out of here if he's already black tagged. Understand? H. Marukami. Makurami. The Japanese names. External trauma and lacerations have occurred. Maybe an abnormality in patient's abdomen. Visibility is poor, resources are far from ideal. That's an understatement. It's too dark to see. We'll need to get him over in front of our headlights. Here, help me pull him out of the wreckage. No good, his leg is stuck. Guess I don't have a choice. I'll have to treat him here. Can you even do that? I wish he was in a better position, but that shouldn't cause too many problems. If you have any suggestions about getting some light over here, I'm all ears. I think we're in trouble. The crash shorted out the tunnel's electrical system. With him on that side of the wreck, my headlights won't be able to do much either. Necessity is the mother of invention. A pen light? You've got to be kidding. Nope, and you're going to be holding it. Just shine it where I tell you, okay? Most of the trauma is here. I don't like the looks of his abdomen either. Tonight's abdominal surgery will have two objectives. Extract any foreign objects, suture any lacerations. Given the situation, that's about all we can do for him. May as well get started. What is it with trauma center and these weird operations? First on a plane, and then just a random pen light. Okay, let's start here. Let's move it. Oh, that's big. Okay. The question is, why do we still have all this medical equipment or access to it in the middle of nowhere? It's because she's like carrying the equipment with her in her bag or something, but that doesn't explain the laser or the drain. But does it go down further? Yeah, it went down further. Okay, let's deal with this guy first because he's huge. Let's go over here. 1, 2, 3. Boost a little bit. Got this piece of, whoops, glass out.
What the? Let's see here.
Oh no. The lights came back on now. Okay. Well, that's refilling. Let's just clean everything up. His vitals can't go any higher than that.
That's it?
Boom. he's stable enough, call for a rescue team. Hey, you weren't half bad as an assistant. Yeah, well, I don't intend to make a habit of it. Let's get out of here. The last thing we need to do right now is to play 20 questions. Let me drive. That put me in a good mood. Alright. Transplant. Yes. For transplant. Old Brook Street Hospital OR. The kidney is on its way. ETA 1 hour. Plan out your operation with that in mind. I'm more concerned about that tumor, to be honest. You'll need to excise the tumor before you can perform the kidney transplant. Oh, we know who that is already. Otherwise, those veins are going to bleed out and you'll have serious complications. You aren't concerned at all that his body may reject the new kidney? We already know that this guilt severely inhibits the body's autoimmune response. As you can imagine, that all but eliminates any such risk. We're confident the kidney won't be rejected. Alright, Professor. But this had better not be a sacrificial operation. I already told them. Yes, we're quite familiar with your contract, Dr. Weaver. I can assure you all your patients are people we expect to see back at work. Well then, Dr. Weaver, please begin the operation. Guilt victim. Kidney transplant. Perform anastomosis to slow kidney blood flow, then proceed quickly. Tumors have been confirmed and must be extracted first. Well, since we're still waiting on that kidney, I might as well get started on the tumor. I can't transplant the kidney until that tumor is out of him anyway. The key to this transplant is going to be anastomosing the opened veins. Wow, that's a tongue twister. Once I administer the vasoconstrictor, his blood flow should slow down. I'll still need to complete the anastomosis while it's still in effect, or he could bleed out. In short, there are 2 parts to this. Tumor excision, transplanting the new kidney. Pretty tall order, considering. We've got a real risk of blood loss here, so I'll make sure I've got that kidney when I need it. Depending on how this goes, I may need to bring my healing touch into play. I'm gonna begin the procedure. Keep me posted on the new kidney. I actually think most of these operations are something that you do in Under the Knife 2, because they're very familiar to me. But even then, I've only played Under the Knife 2 at least once. Okay, let's get these guys out of the way. Three, 1, 2, 3. Vitals up. You have to remove some of these guys to get the vitals stable enough. They just keep reforming too. Darn!
Here goes. Let's operate.
Kimishima's operations are just so much more tricky than Derek's. Open that up. Have to remove these at the same time so I can boost up his vitals while I'm doing this.
Get those vitals up.
Let's remove some. this is just a game. A vitals game. That's what I'm getting here. Jesus. Healing touch time.
Here goes. Good. 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 One more to go.
God, these operations are so merciless on the vitals. Is that the end? Something's gonna happen, isn't it? Okay, okay. Whew.
That's it.
Hey, yay. I've come to expect miracles from you, Dr. Weaver. His prognosis is still in question, but that's something our doctors can worry about. I don't understand what Delphi is hoping to do here. There you go, she's working for Delphi. Are you trying to save mankind or wipe it out? The path humanity has been on since the dawn of civilization will soon come to an end. Our planet cannot support 7 billion people, all living out long, meaningless lives. We're here to ensure that human beings are changed before it's too late. That is the meaning of our guilt research. Guilt will free mankind from the sins that bind it to a history of destruction. This is something you believe, Professor? Our leader, Adam, has promised us salvation for the good work we do here. This is the only way to absolve our own sin, by paving the way for a new future. Freedom from the shadow of medicine. It's as simple as that. I don't understand how a man like you could believe a word of that, Professor. Dr. Weaver, I would advise that you only speak about things pertinent to your job here. Doing otherwise could be considered a breach of contract. Don't worry, Doctor. I'm sure you'll come to understand sooner or later. Okay, I am going to... Can we play this last one? I think this is the last one before it meets up with Derek. I will attempt Sayonara. Yes. Edith Research Facility. 5 Sayonara. Edith Pharmaceutical Laboratory. Attention all personnel. The laboratory has been contaminated. The guilt is unstable. Seal all but the main entrance. Stand by for further instructions. I repeat. All personnel. The laboratory has been contaminated. The guilt is unstable. So it all comes down to this, huh? I assume this facility is finished considering how many people know about guilt now. The inner circle is discussing how to proceed. However, you still have work to do. You want me to take care of the guilt responsible for this mess, I presume? The researcher you're responsible for seems to have a guilt isolated in his small intestine. His symptoms point to the guilt strain called Kiriaki, but we're still waiting on lab results. Professor Blackwell printed up some information that might help you prepare. Understood. So the Kiriaki strain causes multiple lacerations. This is insane. How can I treat a body they've turned against itself? Looks like I have my work cut out for me. Still, I've never lost a patient. I'm not about to start now. J. Weber. Chiral reaction positive. Assumed to be active Kiriaki bodies in patient. Proceed as instructed. Professor Blackwell will be observing as well. Don't let us down, Weaver. We're in a critical situation here, but try to concentrate on the patient. Yes, Professor. I read the packet you provided. You really believe this patient has Kiriaki? Tests weren't conclusive, but everything we've been told seems to indicate Kiriaki, yes. This is a weird case. Make sure you don't get infected with it too. Understood. I think I can handle it. So, there's really only one thing I need to do here. Expel the Kiriaki. What the heck is going on? Bring in the patient. Let's begin the operation. If Kimishima thinks something's wrong, then that means this is probably not just Kiriaki, and it's gonna be some weird demented version of guilt that we haven't seen, or something like it.
Aha!
Let's boost up vitals one last time before we do this. Okay. One. Okay. Let's get these healed. One. Savato? Okay, so I should be looking for other Kiriaki. Okay, where are they? Where are those little suckers? Got you. One. There's the other Kiriaki. Ugh. It's just murder on the vitals. Let's get this last guy out. 3. Rank K, not bad. Did Dr. Blackwell leave already? I wanted to ask him something about the last operation. He's otherwise occupied. Also, they've issued orders for you to evacuate immediately. What? That's how they've chosen to handle the situation. I'm supposed to evacuate too. What about the other researchers? Who's going to operate on them? I guess that's part of their plan as well. They've already dispatched a cleanup crew. There's nothing more we can do here. A cleanup crew, huh? You guys are really fanatics. You don't even care about people's lives. Everyone here understands the risks involved in what they're doing. They all know that sins have consequences and mercy is not easily earned. But sacrifices must be made if we're to be freed from the shackles of medical science. I suppose I don't have a choice. I'll agree to evacuate. This is no place for a doctor anyway. Understood. We will not meet again. Goodbye, and good luck. I should probably be thankful they let me go, no questions asked. But it's only a matter of time before the past catches up to me. It's a shame they forgot to ask me for that guilt sample I extracted. Maybe the path of guilt does lead to salvation after all. Now that I have all the cards, it's time to ante up. I hear Europe is nice this time of year. Alright. We played through all of Dr. Kimishima's operations, and now we're back to Derek. So, hope you guys had fun watching that. That was truly fun to play. It was very difficult. The types of guilt that we did today, or types of operations that we did today, are very hard on the vitals. I think it's to help display what Dr. Kimishima's healing touch does, the status boosts. So, what I wanted to talk to you guys about really quick in this video is on Friday, I will be getting my Switch and Breath of the Wild, and I will be filming the reaction video. But before that, I was thinking of doing an unboxing video for the Switch. So if that's something you guys are interested in seeing, just let me know in the comments down below. If you have any questions about that, you can ask that. Or if you have any questions about, Trauma Center or whatever, just leave them down below and I will answer them to the best of my abilities. I will see you guys next time on this Let's Play, and I think we might be finally finishing up this game. We're towards the end. It's exciting. So, this is ShyGamerMaile signing out. See you guys later.